Is there, ma'am? You will be taking care of.
जी के पास है तो फिर मैम अपना
We are live on YouTube, so I'm starting the recording first. Zoom recording. So this is Ranjit Sahu, Marketing Head with Waterworksman. Welcome you all to this very lovely webinar on empowering women of Inner Wheel Club Unnayan, an initiative by Safe Motherhood Committee Foxy in collaboration with Association of Inner Wheel Clubs in India. Think Nutrition First. So with this, I hand over the session to Amrita ma'am to take it forward. Over to you, ma'am, to take the things forward.
Thank you, Ranjit ji. Good evening all. मैं डॉक्टर अमृता अग्रहरी आप सबों का उन्नयन वेबिनार सीरीज में स्वागत करती हूँ। जिंदगी को रखना हो खुशहाल तो रखें स्वास्थ्य का ख्याल। इसी नोट पे मैं प्रोग्राम की शुरुआत करती हूँ और प्रोग्राम की शुरुआत में मैं एक्चुअली इनर व्हील और सेफ मदरहुड कमेटी दोनों की तरफ से ही हूँ। तो सबसे पहले मैं इनर व्हील क्लब के एसोसिएशन प्रेसिडेंट डॉक्टर सुरजीत कौर मैम का नाम लेना चाहूंगी, जो कि एसोसिएशन प्रेसिडेंट हैं हमारे इनर व्हील क्लब्स ऑफ इंडिया की, और वो भी एक गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट है एंड शी इज आल्सो अ मेंबर ऑफ फॉक्सी। उसके बाद मैं नाम लेना चाहूंगी आवर डिस्ट्रिक्ट चेयरमैन डॉक्टर वर्षा विनय कुमार मैम का। प्रीति कुमार मैम जो कि चेयरपर्सन सेफ मदरहुड कमेटी और डॉक्टर वर्षा कुमार मैम ने एक कोलैबोरेशन किया है जिसके तहत हम इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक्स पे जो फीमेल से रिलेटेड है इनर व्हील क्लब की फीमेल्स के को डेडिकेट किया गया है ये सीरीज। और क्योंकि वर्षा कुमार मैम चेयरमैन विजिट में हैं, अभी बाहर गई हुई हैं, तो उनकी तरफ से रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट ट्रेजरर मधु कुमारी मैम प्रेजेंट हैं। उनके मैं अपना माइक उनको हैंड ओवर करती हूँ। मैम प्लीज से फ्यू वर्ड्स ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ इनर व्हील क्लब्स।
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Amrita. Good evening. Myself, Madhu Kamani, District Treasurer, District 312. Healthy and festive greetings to all of you present here. Innerwheel is world's largest voluntary service organization, working tirelessly and selflessly in more than 104 countries, with more than 110,000 members all over the world. We have our representatives in United Nations also. Although we serve in every sphere of humanity, but our main focus is on women's health, empowerment, and education. We are committed to our cause. Keeping this in mind, a very fruitful and beneficial mission, Unnayan, in collaboration with the very knowledgeable Foxy Safe Motherhood Chairperson, Dr. Preeti Kumar, and our dynamic chairman, Dr. Varsha Vinay Kumar, was initiated. We are highly grateful for the knowledge and information imparted to us on different topics through this platform. Many Inner Wheel members are being benefited from it. We are honored and privileged to have amongst us our today's eminent speaker, Dr. Hema Diwakar, past Foxy president and a renowned gynecologist from Bangalore. I welcome you, ma'am, on behalf of District 312.
Namaskar.
I'm sure Inner Wheel members will be benefited from your knowledge and wisdom. Our district chairman, Dr. Varsha Vinay Kumar, could not join us today because of her official visit. My hearty welcome to program convener, Dr. Amrita Agrahari, Dr. Monica Agrawal, panelists from Inner Wheel, Mrs. Rama Mahana, Anu Singh, PDC Archana Agrawal, and all those who are present here. Your presence has made this event much more gracious and successful. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Madhu ma'am. And now I am extremely overwhelmed to get the opportunity to introduce our beloved chairperson, Safe Motherhood Committee, Foxy, Dr. Preeti Kumar ma'am, who is our mentor too. She is co-chairperson, Maternal and Perinatal Committee, South Asia Federation of Obs and Gynae, committee member, MF Committee, AOFOG, Vice President, Lucknow Obs and Gynae Society, core member, Prevention of Violence Against Women Cell of Foxy, 21 to 23, recipient of Padma Bhushan Kamla Bai Hospital Award 2021, awarded as Women Inspiration Award by Inner Wheel Club this year, and Women Achiever Award by Lucknow Obs and Gynae Society. She had done many national and international ventures to reduce maternal deaths. Recently, she has organized workshops on post-delivery bleeding in Nepal and Sri Lanka too. Madam, please bless us.
Thank you, Amrita. Please stop sharing. Thank you. On behalf of FOXY, Federation of Obstetrics and Gynecology Society, I would like to express my gratitude to the president of the organization, Dr. Shanta Kumari ma'am, and the Secretary General of FOXY. And very, very warm welcome to my teacher, I must say, mentor and guide, Dr. Hema Diwakar. She is a leader par excellence. She has served this organization as president of FOXY, and she's also chairing many of the sessions at international organization. So हम लोग बहुत ही भाग्यशाली हैं कि आज डॉक्टर हेमा जी हमारे साथ हैं. एंड मधु जी, मैं बताना चाहती हूँ, इनका टाइम मिलना बहुत मुश्किल है. ये टाइम मैंने 2 महीने पहले इनसे लिया था, तब आज ये हमारे साथ जुड़ पाई हैं. तो हेमा जी बहुत ज्यादा काम न्यूट्रिशन पे कर रही हैं इंटरनेशनली, ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड. तो आज इनकी जो बातें होंगी हमारे ख्याल से सिर्फ आपके नवील के मेंबर्स को बहुत ही हेल्पफुल रहेंगी आगे करने के लिए. And I'm really thankful to Varsha and Surjit ji, who herself is a doctor and she's the president of this organization of Inner Wheel Club. Thank you, Madhu ji, for joining today. And I think this is a wonderful collaboration. Safe Motherhood Committee, FOXY, और शायद और काम हम लोग और कर पाएं Inner Wheel Club के साथ आगे आने वाले समय में. And I'm very thankful to Amrita and Monica for coordinating this session so well. And special thanks to our Walter Bushner partners who are, providing us the technical platform. And I'm also thankful to all the members of Safe Motherhood Committee, FOXY, for, disseminating this information that we are conducting this collaborative sessions with Inner Wheel Club. So thank you so much, Dr. Hema. And आज हम लोग nutrition in pregnancy and women health के बारे में बात करेंगे. उसके बाद हमारी डॉक्टर निवेदिता दत्ता जो हमारी कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं इस जोन से, वो भी कुछ सवाल करेंगी, और आप लोग के भी जो सवाल जवाब हों वो वहां से पूछिए, उन सबका जवाब आपको मिलेगा. थैंक यू सो मच. एंड विद दिस आई हैंड ओवर द माइक टू सेशन टू डॉक्टर अमृता टू कंडक्ट द फर्दर प्रोसीडिंग्स.
Thank you, Preeti Kumar ma'am. You are always an inspiration to all of us. अब हम लोग सरस्वती वंदना और दीप प्रज्वलन कर इस वेबिनार की शुरुआत करेंगे.
योगित वॉइस नहीं है. कोई बात नहीं, हम उसकी जगह देवी जी को याद करते हुए, या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृ रूपेण संस्था, नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु ज्ञान रूपेण संस्था, नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. आज हम ज्ञान की वर्षा इस माध्यम से करते हैं, एंड वी टेक द ब्लेसिंग्स ऑफ ऑलमाइटी टू स्टार्ट दिस सेशन. थैंक यू सो मच.
अब हम लोग साइंटिफिक सेशन की ओर बढ़ते हैं. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome and introduce our speaker today, Dr. Hema Diwakar ma'am. She is Medical Director, Diwakar Specialty Hospital, Senior Consultant, OBGYN, Bangalore, CEO and Chairman, Artist, Dean, KCOG, Past President, FOXY, 2013, Vice Chairperson for FIGO, PNCD Committee, 2015 till date. She is elected as Chairperson of Well Women Healthcare at FIGO and advocate for delivering quality healthcare, convener of Manyata, and she is recipients of many awards: FIGO Women's Achievement Award, Global Asian of the Year 2018, CME Excellence Award for Artist, and CBR Times Award for Divakar Service Trust. I am also delighted to introduce our moderator today, Dr. Nivedita Datta, who is a consultant OBGYN from Bokaro. निवेदिता दत्ता प्रेसिडेंट है बोकारो ऑप्शन गायनी सोसाइटी की, एंड शी इज आल्सो ईस्ट जोन कोऑर्डिनेटर ऑफ सेफ मदरहुड कमिटी फॉक्सी. डॉक्टर निवेदिता विल कंडक्ट क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन. अगर आपके कोई भी सवाल हैं तो आप उसको चैट बॉक्स में डालिए और निवेदिता जी इसको कोऑर्डिनेट करेंगी और हिमा मैम उसके आंसर्स देंगे. नाउ आई प्रोसीड, आई हैंड ओवर टू डॉक्टर हेमा दिवाकर मैम. मैम प्लीज start the session.
नमस्कार प्रीति जी, निवेदिता जी, अमृता जी, सभी जी को मेरा सलाम. और मैं इनको खास करके बधाई इसलिए देना चाहती हूँ कि मधु जी जो इनोव्हील को रिप्रेजेंट कर रही है और बाकी के उनके ऑफिस वेयरर्स भी है, उनके साथ जुड़ के ये जो उन्नयन का प्रोग्राम इन्होंने आज इसकी व्यवस्था की है, वो हमारे साइंटिफिक सर्कल्स में हम लोग आपस में जो बातचीत करते हैं वो सिर्फ हमारे तक ही सीमित रहता है, और उसके दरवाजे खोलकर, खिड़की खोलकर हम बाहर झांक के जब भी देखे और आप लोगों से जुड़े, क्योंकि ये इनर व्हील इज द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ रोटरी, बिकॉज देयर इज women behind every successful Rotarian. वो तो हम मान के ही चलते हैं. रोट्रैक्ट में भी इतने जो बच्चे हैं उनके ग्रूमिंग जो होता है इनर व्हील क्लब के माँ से ही होती है. और न्यूट्रिशन पे जब हम बात करने जाते हैं तो न्यूट्रिशन का चाबी तो घर की इनर व्हील क्लब के महिला के पास ही होती है. तो फिर ये वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक जिसको हम जोड़ रहे हैं Safe Motherhood Committee and Foxy के तरह से. Once again, I would really like to very sincerely appreciate this effort of connecting and collaborating with organizations outside of Foxy, because to reach people is the most important thing, because we know what is important, but that is absolutely getting us nowhere unless the mothers today and the mothers of tomorrow will know what is best for their health. So we'll keep the tone of the deliberation very, very simple. Okay, इन्होंने मुझे चैलेंज भी किया है कि हिंदी और इंग्लिश मिक्स्ड बोलना है, तो मैं उनकी हिम्मत का भी दाद देती हूँ कि साउथ इंडिया से इन्होंने स्पीकर बुलाया, चलो हिंदी का आप प्रयोग कीजिए. तो I will definitely try my best to share some of the important aspects of nutrition, especially in the first 1000 days. तो Think Nutrition First का जो ये title है, that's an international title, because we are asking everybody in the community, they may be doctors, they may be the community workers, they may be the people of the country themselves, they have to think nutrition first. इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि हमेशा आप खाने के बारे में सोचते रहो. खाने के बारे में तो हम न बोले तो भी आप लोग सोचेंगे ही, क्योंकि जब भूख लगती है तो फिर सभी को, अगर हम कॉन्फ्रेंस में भी जाए या कोई प्रोग्राम भी बना हो या मूवी में भी जाए, अरे इंटरवल कब आएगी, हम पॉपकॉर्न कब खा सके, तो ये दिमाग तो इन इनडायरेक्ट वे चलता ही रहता है, हमको खाने में आज क्या बनाए, क्या खाए, ये वो. बट वो खाने के अंदर आपके मुंह में डाले तो चबाने में बहुत मजा आता है, द टेस्ट इज वेरी वेरी गुड, लेकिन वो आपके बदन के अंदर जाए, उसके बाद उसका क्या उपयोग है, क्या असर है, दैट इज द न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू ऑफ एनी फूड दैट यू वुड टेक. कम खाए, जास्ती खाए, छोटे बच्चे क्या खाए, महिलाएं क्या खाए, खास करके प्रेगनेंसी में क्या खाए, जंक फूड की आज इतनी जो चर्चा हो रही है, तो what is the food that contains the ideal nutrition, जिससे आपके बदन के इम्यूनिटी को शक्ति मिले, और अब ग्रोथ के लिए चिल्ड्रन को शक्ति मिले, ब्रेन डेवलपमेंट हो जाए, और सभी तरह से खाना तो सिर्फ मतलब जीने के लिए नहीं है, उससे तो अच्छे फायदे भी होना चाहिए. सो थिंक न्यूट्रिशन फर्स्ट. स्वादिष्ट खाना जो है उसमें किस तरह का न्यूट्रिशन मिलता है आपको, उसके ऊपर आपको गौर करना चाहिए, और समझदारी से आप आपके पूरे फैमिली को ये न्यूट्रिशनल फूड सब्सटेंस परोसे तो बहुत बहुत नोन एंड अननोन, सीन एंड अनसीन तरीके से आपको फायदा तो जरूर मिलने वाला है. तो फर्स्ट 1000 डेज के जो हम बात करते हैं हमारे साइंटिफिक कम्युनिटी में, वो 1000 डेज कौन से 1000 डेज है भैया? अभी आज शादी हुई तो हनीमून के 1000 डेज चल रहे हैं क्या, कि कौन से 1000 डेज है ये? दिस 1000 डेज इज द स्टार्ट पॉइंट इज प्रेगनेंसी, क्योंकि द फर्स्ट एक्सपोजर फॉर द लिटिल चाइल्ड इज थ्रू द मदर. ऐसे नहीं कि जो कोई महिला खा ले वो वैसे के वैसे, अभी मेदू वड़ा खाए तो मेदू वड़ा द चाइल्ड विल नॉट बी आस्किंग फॉर. ओके, पानीपुरी इज नॉट पानीपुरी फॉर द चाइल्ड. उसमें क्या न्यूट्रिशन मिलता है बच्चे को, वहां से उसकी प्रोग्रामिंग शुरुआत होती है, उसके डेवलपमेंट के, both the brain and the body development. So in the first 1000 days, first 270 days are the days of the little one in pregnancy. Everybody in the Indian community fusses over the food for the pregnant women. आपको खाने में क्या अच्छा लगता है? स्वीट अच्छा लगता है तो हमारे घर आइए, हम ये स्वीट परोसेंगे आपको. ऐसे वैसे many invitations come and many things go on, but besides what she likes, what she must eat, that is the 270 days of the first 1000 days. And then the next 1 year and 2 years of the children, that is the foundation for the success of a healthy life for every single individual in the community. So that is why we say that first 1000 days ka jo nutrition hota hai, that is the best start for life. So this looks like a complex figure, लेकिन आप ऊपर के हिस्से में देखिए तो शुरुआत हो रही है प्रेगनेंसी से. 25 डेज का, 100 डेज का, 140 280 डेज में प्रेगनेंसी खत्म हो गई और डिलीवरी हो गई. टॉडलर स्टेज टू इन्फेंट टू चाइल्डहुड, those are the next couple of days. उसमें if you see the bottom line, the main development जो बुद्धि शक्ति है, so that and all the connects which develop are based on what is the correct nutrition that the mother is taking. So there is a plenty of scope for action from our end. आप सही जान लिए, सही पहचान लिए. कई लोग आज ऑडियंस में ऐसे बैठे रहेंगे, अरे हमारे तो प्रेगनेंसी हो ही गई, पहले कोई बताता तो शायद हम करते. ओके, डॉक्टर्स बताने पे unfortunately the diet is so complex and so confusing, especially in the Indian community. आज अगर मेरे सामने एक बंगाली पेशेंट आके बैठे, मैं उसको इडली सांभर के बताऊं तो उसको कुछ होने वाला है. तो they will have a different cuisine for themselves. So very very typically the diet advice in the gynecologist chamber is like very official. Oh, that has to go through Unnayan kind of a dialogue as to what the pregnant women must be eating. Okay, so pre-pregnancy, that is आपके घर पे कोई भी तो 10 years, 12 years, 14 years, 16 years के जो adolescent या young teenager हो, वहां से उनकी न्यूट्रिशन की शुरुआत हो तो जाके प्रेगनेंसी में उनको स्टेप अप होके the ideal nutrition can be given. And post pregnancy also, why we say, because the breastfeeding, that also is again going to impact the child. तो जैसे मैंने बोला कि challenges are too many in our country, क्योंकि हर community में different kind of dishes are made, and rice is a staple food in some parts of the country, wheat is in some parts, jawar and bajra and some. You cannot change overnight the entire way that you eat your daily food. क्योंकि मैंने आज कहा या आप डॉक्टर के चेंबर में गए और उन्होंने कहा कि चलो भाई अभी ये छोड़ दीजिए, ये शुरुआत कीजिए, that is out of the culture and out of the daily habits. वो तो ग्रॉस तरीके से बदली नहीं हो सकता. लेकिन the food group जो हम कहते हैं, किस चीज में क्या हमको फायदा मिल सकता है, उसको अगर समझ ले, you will start rethinking about nutrition when you prepare your daily meal for your family. Because though the first 1,000 days are important, throughout the lifespan, throughout the life course, the ideal nutrients, if it gets into your system, there is always a scope for a healthier version of yourself. इतना आप पक्का समझ के लीजिए. So the summary in the first 1,000 days is nutrition deficiencies are very common because people are not paying much attention to that. The neurological development, the brain development is really rapid during the first 1,000 days. So that is the most crucial. अगर आप लोगों में कोई volunteers भी जा रहे हैं, कोई villages पे for some Rotary camps you're going, some Anganwadis you're going, some children you're approaching, some newborn, new mothers you're approaching. तो उनको आप जरूर ये sensitize कीजिए कि first 2 years of feeding your child in a proper way is really very, very important. So the pre-pregnancy care, what we say, there is a huge program by the government called Anemia Mukta Bharat. कई लोगों को, even the educated girls and women and generally the ministers and the community, they don't know what is anemia. It's a common saying, oh, you look to be in the pink of your health. तो उसका मतलब क्या है? You're in the pink of your health means in your blood which is circulating, there are a lot of red blood cells which give you the lovely pink glow. अगर वो रेड ब्लड सेल्स कम हो गए तो फीका लगेगा. अरे इतना फीका लग रहा है आपका चेहरा, अरे इतना खून आपका कम लग रहा है, इतने आसानी से आप बीमार पड़ रहे हो, इतने जल्दी 1 घंटे के काम में आप सुस्त होके बैठ रहे हो, ये क्या चक्कर है? That is dependent on your hemoglobin in your blood. If anybody in the family is having a hemoglobin less than 11 or 12, you need to make sure that you give them the right kind of food and the right kind of supplements to have their hemoglobin risen up. So we would say that any girl who touches the 12th standard, yes, you are going to force them to read, and 12th standard is a make or break, it's a career, this, that. But अगर दिमाग ही उसका नहीं चल रहा है, hemoglobin इतना कम है, anemia उस पे है, तो कैसे उसके ध्यान रहेगा पढ़ाई पे? Okay, so every child who reaches the 12th standard should have a hemoglobin of 12. ये Foxy से ही 12 by 12 का एक नारा निकला था. At 12 years of age, they must have 12 grams hemoglobin. That is a good start for their teenage. इसके साथ विटामिन डी, कैल्शियम, अभी तो भाई कोविड के जरिए सभी लोग सभी विटामिन के और सभी न्यूट्रिएंट्स के बारे में बहुत कुछ पढ़ के समझ के आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. That is what we appreciate also, क्योंकि they are proactively asking questions. पहले उतने मतलब खास करके वो पूछते भी नहीं थे, हम बोलते भी नहीं थे. That is a flaw from both sides, but now they are very, very specific in asking us इस पे क्या खाना चाहिए, मुझे इसकी deficiency नहीं है. Any of the Rotarians or Inner Wheel Club members who would buy a oil or a packet of wheat will see it is fortified with vitamin A. It is fortified with vitamin D. Okay? Any wheat packet you buy, it's not polished wheat. It is multigrain atta. These things are definitely more better in their nutritional value. And fortification का क्या मतलब है? Iodized salts. Tata makes iodized salt. You please buy Tata salt. ऐसे क्यों हम बोल रहे हैं? क्योंकि salt is a common ingredient in स्वादिष्ट होने के लिए. Right, 1 pinch of salt तो you will put. उसपे अगर iodine जुड़ा हुआ है, तो iodine deficiency आपको कभी नहीं हो सकती. तो iodized salt आप लेने से iodine आपके बदन में सही तरीके से घूमता रहा, तो गले में आपके जो थायराइड ग्लैंड है वो एकदम बेहतरीन तरीके से काम करेगा. So that is the first thought process which came कि let us get rid of iodine deficiency by iodized salt. उसी तरीके से दिमाग चला के ये फूड एंड बेवरेजेस के लोग जो है आज के दिन में whatever is possible, if you can fortify it with vitamin A, आपको विटामिन A मिलेगी, DHA आपको DHA मिलेगी. काफी कुछ एडवर्टाइजमेंट आप देखते होंगे टेलीविजन पे कि you know, the pregnant woman comes, make chai for her mother-in-law, and then she goes to the doctor, and the doctor says, हाँ आप सभी कुछ तो सही खा रहे हो, लेकिन आपके DHA कम है, तो आप ये हॉर्लिक्स ले लो जिसमें DHA आ रहा है. That means the whatever is a health drink is fortified with the DHA, it's fortified with calcium, it's fortified with vitamin A and vitamin. तो पैकेट आप खरीदते समय जरूर इसको देख करके खरीदिएगा, so that automatically when you cook anything with that, your family will get the vitamin A, will get the iron fortified food stuff. अभी rice में भी iron fortification के सोच रहे, you know, it is still has to come into a major market, and refined oils etc. are also fortified with these stuff. So anemia का जो है खास करके उसमें iron rich foods लेने से the glow will come on everybody's face. So green leafy vegetables, whole grains like brown rice, which many people don't eat, the beans, peas, soya bean, the nuts. एक ड्राई फ्रूट के डब्बा, दिवाली के टाइम तो अभी आ ही गई, सब लोग ड्राई फ्रूट्स का डब्बा तो एक्सचेंज करते ही होंगे, लेकिन उसके न्यूट्रिशनल वैल्यू आप समझ जाइए कि एनी ऑफ दोस नट्स, जो बादाम हो, which are very good for the brain, the cashews, they're small to eat, they'll give you good calories, they'll give you good nutrition, peanut butter etc., which they smear on the bread and give it to the children, a very rich source of iron. Meat and fish, oatmeals, that is, oatmeal is a style now to eat, which is really good for iron. The spinach, the apricots, the prunes, the raisins, छोटे छोटे raisins और किशमिश जो हम बोलते हैं, तो फिर वो खाने से बहुत it is a natural way of getting the iron into your body and getting the hemoglobin to 12 at any age, because heavily menstruating women, यहाँ से iron डालो, वहां से heavy bleeding हो जाए तो गए, फिर से iron डालो, फिर then the blood goes. So please get your treatment also for those heavy menstruation, so that to plug it, but also eat the iron rich food so that your hemoglobin remains, because that's something circulating in your blood. Okay, so it is a very, very important ingredient for your energy right from your head to toe. So that is something which you cannot compromise on. तो यहाँ एक picture बताया गया है, जैसे कि this red blood cells which I was telling you about. So suppose the red blood cell is far lesser than expected, then that is where देखो यहाँ कितने red blood cells है, यहाँ कितने कम है. So this is the stage of anemia. अगर 6-7 grams के hemoglobin हो, तो उनको कभी कभी हम 1 or 2 bottles of blood also will have to give to get them to the normalcy. This is one bit about anemia, which every lady in the house should make sure that every member of the house is anemia free. If the routine blood tests are done for anybody in the house, reports जब आ जाएंगे, गौर कीजिए hemoglobin के कॉलम पर, और वो 11 या 12 से कम हो, तो please make sure that you will give them all these ingredients. If necessary, give them supplementary iron tablets also, and get them to the pink of health. Next thing is that anybody who is potentially just married or planning to get pregnant, etc., this is now a matter of general knowledge. अगर ये general knowledge नहीं है, तो बहुत दुख की बात है, क्योंकि ये knowledge तो आज के दिन में with digital platform इतने WhatsApp यूनिवर्सिटी में messages आगे पीछे फिर रहे हैं, तो ये message तो फिरना ही चाहिए आप लोगों के circles में. ये है कि every woman prior to pregnancy itself, she must start taking a small vitamin tablet which is called folic acid. इसके कितने डोज हमको जरूरी है? 400 micrograms. आप समझिए कि 1 milligram से भी आधा is 500, उससे भी कम चाहिए डोसेज, लेकिन चाहिए, वो चाहिए ही चाहिए. That is because folic acid से ही बच्चे का ये जो हमने बताया है, this is the brain and the spinal cord. Okay, ये brain और spinal cord के development के लिए उसको हम कहते हैं in the medical language neural tube defects. अगर folic acid सही तरीके से नहीं गया, प्रेगनेंसी एंड अर्ली पार्ट ऑफ द प्रेगनेंसी, हर महिला को अर्ली पार्ट ऑफ द प्रेगनेंसी में जब हमारे पास आती है तभी देते, हम लोग देंगे ही फोलिक एसिड, लेकिन बेहतर है कि उससे पहले ही इसको फोलिक एसिड देके रखना चाहिए, क्योंकि न्यूरल ट्यूब डिफेक्ट्स पे बहुत मतलब the women who have children with these neural tube defects know the plight of this. क्या तरीका था उसका? इतना सिंपल तरीका, 400 माइक्रोग्राम्स ऑफ सिंपल फोलिक एसिड, वो तो ओवर द काउंटर जहां कहीं भी आप जाओ आपको मिल जाएगा. इसका food, yes, there is a whole lot of things, avocado and oranges and again green leafy vegetables and nuts, some of them can give folic acid, but during pregnancy or just before pregnancy, it's better to take a proper dose with the tablet. Next हम आए calcium. हमने भारत न्यूट्रिशन वीक, that was what was declared by our government in the month of September. Then they said, oh, many people don't know much about nutrition, so we can't finish in 1 week. Let us keep the whole month of September as Bharat Nutrition Mahe. That means the whole month is dedicated to nutritional advice disseminated to the population. तो उसमें हमने जो बच्चों का क्विज किया था, जो हमारे यहाँ लीडर्स है उनके बच्चे ने भी उसमें हिस्सा लिए थे, तो वो बहुत उत्सुकता से ये सभी चीजों के बारे में पढ़ के जानकारी दे के उनके घर पे उन लोग बताए उनके मम्मी को, मुझे कैल्शियम कहाँ से मिल रहा है, क्या चीज है जो जिससे मेरे बोन्स मजबूत होंगे. So 3 servings of milk or other dairy products. Generally, we know that children don't like to drink milk, or not even the adults. Though, the calcium source, milk or lassi or curd, that is the richest source. And some millets are there like ragi, which are also the rich source of calcium. That is absolutely a must. We know that some hi-fi class will be taking calcium tablets as a supplement, but in the natural ingredients, you must aim to make sure. Many people may not like to drink milk, but at least if you insist that they should have a glass of lassi after their meal, then you're making sure that some calcium is getting into them. Vitamin D. Can you imagine? Everybody knows that sunlight is giving us vitamin D. And vitamin D and calcium both are required for the bones. But at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, how many of us are actually parading in the sun to get that sunlight into our skin? Mostly no. We are all indoors, either at work or busy at home. And also the area of skin that is exposed to absorb the sun rays. If you're fully clothed and you're not sunbathing around the beach or the sea, then you're going to get very little vitamin D. So vitamin D supplements has also become a big new era. It's not a fashion, but they have recognized, people have recognized that it's important, and they're making attempts to take it. You can take it as a combined tablet with the calcium. You can take it as a sachet once a week. You can also take it in the form of an injection once in 3 months. So variety of, it's a lot of people with a lot of joint pains, bones, aches and all, when they come, your doctor will get the vitamin D testing done. It will be shocking for you to realize that your vitamin D is way below. Why I'm saying it will be shocking for you? Because I expect that you'll be vitamin D deficient. Why? Because 80% to 85% of our population is vitamin D deficient. So most likely, if you fall in that 80 to 85%, you will have a vitamin D deficiency, and you will know that you need to take these supplements to strengthen your bones. Actually, ideally, why I said the first 1,000 days, because through the mother, through the breastfeeding, through the first 2 years of life, if the bones are strengthened, that is the strong bank balance of the bones. They are there, and as how you age, slowly the bone, suppose it was, just in simple terms to explain to you, अगर 1 किलो आपका बोन्स का पूरे कैल्शियम का वजन है, 10 साल में 20 साल में उसको आप 5 किलो बना के छोड़ दीजिए, तो फिर उसके बाद 25 years के बाद हर साल में थोड़ा थोड़ा कैल्शियम घटता ही जाएगा. It will not rebuild. अगर पहले से ही आपका 5 किलो का 5 ही किलोस किया, 25 किलोस नहीं रहा, तो हर साल में जो घटेगा तो बहुत जल्दी वो खत्म होने वाला है. And by the time you're 35 or 40, you'll have your joint pains and then knee replacement, etc., etc. So yes, you can take calcium supplements afterwards also, but you must focus on the generation next, which should build up the bone strength right from their childhood. So there is a huge amount of diet charts. Anywhere you see any app, they will tell you what you should be eating. So vitamins, folic acid, fruits, healthy fats, proteins, carbohydrates, all these prior to pregnancy. So in your pyramid, you know what? The topmost portion is what you should eat the least. Sugary substances, oily, fatty substances should be the least amount. Whereas the next column is the proteins and dairy products, which should be a substantial amount. The next broader portion is the fruits and vegetables, which should be large. And then this last portion is your grams and the staple, the rice and whatever else that you would eat as your staple food. So eat more fruits and vegetables, limit your sugar intake. You analyze your eating habits. तभी एक पेपर और पेन लिख के आप क्या खा रहे हो, हस्बैंड क्या खा रहे हैं, आपके बच्चे क्या खा रहे हैं, एक दिन में उनके बदन में either the cereals are going or nuts are going, fruits are going, dairy products are going in, or the vegetables are going, कितने क्या है your lifestyle. That if you jot down, you will be able to manipulate in a way that they will eat the best of the ingredients, not to skip the meals, to cut back on caffeine and the other addiction, of course, not to be encouraged. Combined with this, whatever is calorie in should be calorie out as well. So that is the balance you must strike by encouraging all of ourselves and the children to exercise. Because see, obesity is swinging sky high in our country. 37% are already obese. And generally, if you look in the mall or railway station or in the airports, generally आप एक नजर फिराइए, मोटे मोटे ही सब आपको दिखाई देंगे. The general cross section is the obese population for sure. Okay, so it's not only for cosmetic reason. Sizes कपड़े के तो XXL, XXL, 5XL तक मिल ही जाएंगे, उसका कोई चिंता नहीं. You can always mask your fat in some way or the other. लेकिन हमको जो चिंता है, today if you are overweight or if your child is overweight, then as the years go by, they are at very, very high risk for high blood pressure, high blood sugars, gallbladder disease, fatty liver, osteoarthritis, this, that, and the other. Not to scare you guys, but why the doctors are always saying that you should keep your weight under control is for that reason. So the same stuff that you must make sure that yes, अगर teenagers जिद्दी है और milk नहीं पी रहे हैं, तो at least in pregnancy, तो there is no way that they should escape out of all of these which give the rich resources. But sometimes we ourselves restrict the food substances for pregnant women. Why? Because if we have found her blood sugars to be high, then we will tell her, no, you have to monitor your blood sugar regularly. You have to drink cinnamon tea. You have to opt for a sugar-free diet. You must eat a healthy breakfast. You must take small portion size. Lot of dietary restrictions we will give her. The reason being, the kind of food substances that you should take, you must clearly understand. It's not like a medical terminology, but carbohydrate is something that will make your blood sugars go sky high within few minutes after eating. Proteins are the ones which build your muscles, and it will make your sugars go high maybe in 2 hours, slowly. Right? Fats are something which will give you the calories and energy and your balance, or bank balance of the strength, which you should eat in less quantities, but it will increase the sugars very, very slowly over 5-6 hours or so. So, in the South Indian terminology, if I have to tell you, at every meal, you must balance the proportion of carbohydrate, of protein, and of fat, which means that if you want to eat idlis for breakfast, if you eat 4 idlis and just 2 spoons of sambar and maybe no ghee on that, then it is lot of carbohydrates you eat. 4 idlis is lot of carbohydrate. Proteins is very less because you're taking in a small katori. Fat is 0 because you're not putting any ghee. Instead of this, we would suggest you eat only 2 idlis, but you take a whole big katori of sambar. Then what happens? Your carbohydrates becomes less, and the sambar, which is full of pulses, becomes a good amount of protein. Please put one pinch of ghee onto that, so your fat is also ensured. So you have to mix and match the proportion. You pay attention, think nutrition first means, yeah, this is very tasty, so you're eating a lot. But इसमें है क्या? कितने carbohydrates है? कितने sugar है? कितने fat है? कितने oil है? और कितने proteins हमको मिल सकते हैं? ये तो सभी आसानी से आपको कोई भी ऐप में मिल जाएगी. Anything that you're eating, if you open and Google for how many calories, you will get it. In 2 seconds, you will get your answer. तो ऐसे नहीं कि सब कुछ आपको ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. चलते चलते आपको ध्यान तो हो ही जाएगा. So obesity and gestation diabetes, हर माँ को ये कहा जाता है कि अरे आपके पेट में बच्चा पल रहा है, आप 2 जनों के लिए खाइए. ऐसे डबल खाते बैठे, शुगर जास्ती ऑलरेडी हो गया है, तो फिर it will be very, very challenging for us to give a good outcome to the mother and the baby. Weight gain also. Yes, pregnancy में weight बढ़नी चाहिए, लेकिन limited weight gain we allow in diabetes in pregnancy. तो इसलिए 1000 days का जो है, वो it goes on from pre-pregnancy to pregnancy to breastfeeding, because breastfeeding mother also should be very, very careful about what she eats, because breastfeeding is the best feeding. But if the mother is well nourished, it will be the very best that they can offer the child. And जो खा लिया सो खा लिया, जो weight gain हो गया, लेकिन गौर इस चीज पे भी करनी चाहिए कि to prevent those horrible things which I told you with obesity, you have to limit and control your weight. You should eat healthy, you should be more active, you have to lose weight if you have to get rid of all the ill effects of the weight. Then you say you can't lose weight. Why? Because if you're always stressed and you drink a lot of cool drinks, which is straight away sugar into your body, okay, or you consume too much calories by the junk food, or you're so stressed up that you're not getting a good quality sleep, and you're always shrouded with some infection or the other, and you're always at desk and not moving, all of these will definitely make you a potato couch and will not lose the weight. So exercising, watch out for the portion content, which I told you, 2 idlis, 4 idlis, please remember that. Reduce the screen time. Fruits and vegetables should enhance and don't skip the meal. Okay, fasting and feasting, both should be avoided. As I said, there are many, many apps available in the market. Some apps come with the weighing scale and the measure tape also for you to make sure what is happening. And the apps will show how your inches should reduce, how your weight should reduce. And they have a fantastic display of a variety of recipes, at least 500 recipes, where you can mix and match what you want to eat. This is a vegetable you love. You pull that onto your screen and they will tell you what to make out of it. And the portion sizes are very well given. So remember, proteins, carbohydrates, fat, fibers. If you eat apple with its skin, you'll get a lot of fiber. If you peel the skin and, very decoratively eat only the pulp, you lose out on the fiber. Very polished rice, again, you're losing on the fiber and the advantage. And also the impact on the monthly cycles and impact on very many problems that girls and women can have. So this is the era of the digital world. So we encourage you to log in and see many of these things which are already there as an open access, so that you will know and learn more about nutrition. And of course, Preeti ji and her team from Safe Motherhood, I'm very, very sure the way they're speeding ahead, they will facilitate a connect with the doctor as well, to advise about the lifestyle, to give advice or two about your medical condition, etc. And we said that beyond the pregnancy, development of the brain, especially with the walnut, and which is again available in the dry fruit package, and the watermelon and such fruits. And you see happily the children playing, enjoying the exercises, put them on to a dance class, Zumba class, sports, swimming, whatever they would like. It should become a nice addictive hobby. If you tell the child only come with me to a walk or just do this compulsorily, they'll not like it. What they like, you please figure out and put them onto it. So a healthy kids plate is shown here. Plenty of water they should drink, whole grains and healthy proteins, fruits, vegetables. Needless to say, so we have many poster competitions within our organization as well, so that children learn by way of posters and quiz, and try to see how their plate should look. Half the plate should be full of fruits and vegetables, and another half with grains and proteins and some dairy products, and not to forget the exercise which goes alongside or around it. So if you remember the major food groups, carbohydrates, essential but least, proteins, very good for your body, fats, a little bit of it is fine. And if you do all of these right from the pregnancy, first 1,000 days, and again in the teenage, stunted growth will, oh, my child is so short, and the neighborhood children are growing, her son is very tall. It's not necessarily only genetic. It's also about thinking nutrition first. And a lot of children who are born out of mothers with diabetes in pregnancy tend to be very obese in their childhood. That has to be paid particular attention to. And you say yes to all of these which are on this plate and no to the typical junk food. Now, eat healthy is the mantra, with the proportions of the junk food being less and less made available in and around the areas of schools and colleges. So again and again, I emphasize for proper physical development, the height-weight ratios, brain development, learning abilities, to be on the first bench, first ranker, you need all of these. So we urge you again to think nutrition first, not only in the first 1,000 days, but it's an opportunity for us to act and keep our family in a healthy, forward-looking mode for all times in every available opportunity. So the key to your health is in your hands. So I urge all the Inner Wheel viewers today to recognize their own responsibility of how much more they can do for themselves and their family. And we do hope that with our team and your team, we will bring in a healthy generation next. Thank you.
So that we can take photographs.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Hema ma'am. आपने बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग और बहुत ही एलेबोरेट तरीके से न्यूट्रिशन के बारे में बताया. शायद हम लोग डॉक्टर्स होके भी इतना ज्यादा नहीं इकट्ठा करके, और हर हेडिंग को आपने बहुत ही स्ट्रेस देके बहुत ही अच्छे से बताया. थैंक यू सो मच. नाउ आई रिक्वेस्ट निवेदिता दी to take up questions.
Wow. It's too good. Very impressive. I think jitne log jude hain, they'll also have the same comment. It was very clear, very informative. There's some people are raising hands, but unke questions nahi aa rahe chat box pe. So I'm unable to understand the dilemma there. But there one major question on the chat box jo tha, वो रंजना जी का था. उनका कहना था कि विटामिन डी डेफिशिएंसी को हम लोग नेचुरली कैसे हम लोग कम्बैट कर सकते हैं, कैसे लड़ सकते हैं, मतलब कैसे विटामिन डी की डेफिशिएंसी को कम कर सकते हैं नेचुरली.
एक डॉक्टर हेमा ये भी बता दीजिए कि नॉर्मल कितना होना चाहिए, क्योंकि कई बार क्या होता है ना, विटामिन डी करा लेते हैं ये लोग अपने आप की विटामिन डी कम है, तो नॉर्मल वैल्यू कितनी होनी चाहिए, और फिर जो निवेदिता का क्वेश्चन है इसको कैसे कॉम्बैट करें हम लोग.
जी, तो वो यूनिट्स में जो आती है, पहले नॉर्मल वैल्यूज का मैं बता देती हूँ. इट हैज टू बी मोर देन 30, दैट इज विटामिन डी सफिशिएंट. ओके, इफ इट्स बिटवीन 10 and 30, इट इज इनसफिशिएंट. इफ इट इज लेस देन 10, इट इज डिफिशिएंट. मतलब डिफिशिएंट मींस एकदम बेकार. 10 to 30 में है, इट्स इनसफिशिएंट, मतलब और थोड़ा होता तो अच्छा होता, 30 से ऊपर अगर आ गया तो देन इट इज सफिशिएंट, वो हुई लेवल्स के बाद। एंड आई एग्री विद प्रीति दैट बहुत लोग अपने आप से जाके करवा रहे हैं और वो इतने माहिर है कि वो साइड में देख लेते हैं नॉर्मल रेंज क्या होनी चाहिए और अपने आप से वो इंटरप्रेट भी करके लेते हैं। लेकिन नेचुरली जो विटामिन डी जो हमको मिलता है, द डायरेक्ट सोर्स इज सनलाइट, ठीक है। लेकिन इंडिया में से इन एवरी ज्योग्राफी देयर इज अ पर्टिकुलर टाइम where the sun rays directly have to fall on your head, which is best for the absorption. In India, it is around 12 noon to 2 p.m. That is the afternoon time where you can absorb maximum vitamin D. And the skin complexion, the darker you are, the less absorption of the vitamin D. So there are a variety of barriers. जो vitamin D directly हमको लेने में जो बाधा है, वो बहुत सारे है actually. तो इसलिए it was shocking to find that about 90% of the pregnant women are vitamin D deficient, and more than 80%, may there be any class, rural ho, urban ho, educated ho, uneducated ho, well nourished ho, not well nourished ho, यूनिफॉर्मली सभी को डिफिशियंसी है, इतने सारे लोगों को डिफिशियंसी है, वो तो समझ। लेकिन एक बार आपने वीकली सैशेस लिए फॉर 8 वीक्स या कभी कभी once in few months injection liye if you're really deficient, or anyway if you're taking a calcium, choose a calcium tablet with vitamin D also within the same tablet. तो थोड़ा बहुत तो आपको सप्लीमेंटेशन से आ ही जाएगा, और एक बार सफिशिएंट हो गया तो वो सालों तक रहता है सफिशिएंट. सो that's a good thing about it. Yeah.
निवेदिता दी, दूसरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि इज कीटो डाइट हार्मफुल? ये किन्हीं ने पूछा है क्वेश्चन, चैट बॉक्स में था कीटो डाइट के बारे में.
हाँ, एक्चुअली ये डाइट के मामले में ना, there is a keto diet, there is an intermittent fasting, there is a Deficient diet, there is this and there is that. तो जो आपको सलाह दे रहा है उनके जानकारी पे आपको मतलब गौर करना चाहिए, because just for a fancy if you do something and there is a lot of wasting of the muscles in your body, then it is really harmful for your health. Because काफी लोग जो बिना जाने बिना पहचाने एंड मतलब कीटो डाइट वाले एक तरीका समझाए रहेंगे, दे गो ओवरबोर्ड एंड हमको इतना करना ही करना है, एंड देन क्रैश डाइट एंड क्रैश लूजिंग ऑफ वेट etc. is going to be really harmful. The percentage fat, even 5% if you lose your fat, it's going to be extremely useful in terms of medical जो health हम बोलते हैं, because fat cells are the manufacturers of the ulta substances which are harmful for your body, or the ulta. And सभी लोग 30-40 years के बाद जब भी around menopause आए तो बोलेंगे भाई हमारे belly fat is happening, it is not reducing, कुछ भी करे तो वो नहीं जा रहे. उसके भी अनेक मेडिकल कारण है, बिकॉज जो फीमेल हॉर्मोन्स है एस्ट्रोजन, वो जब कम हो जाए तभी द फैट एक्यूमुलेशन इन द बॉडी इज टुवर्ड्स योर लोअर एब्डोमेन, मिड रीजन, मध्य प्रदेश का डेवलपमेंट हो जाता है. that is what really happens during the perimenopausal years, and that fat is more dangerous because वो स्किन के नीचे वाला फैट नहीं है, वो बदन के अंदर के फैट है. मतलब आपके इंटेस्टाइन के इर्द गिर्द हो या किडनी के इर्द गिर्द होते हैं, इट्स कॉल्ड विसरल फैट. उससे तो बहुत हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम्स आ सकती है. सो द लेडीज एंड द गर्ल्स शुड बी केयरफुल to get into a routine of proper nutrition and exercises between the ages of 20 to 40. तो उनका वो हमेशा बने ये रहता है कि the calorie out वाली जो चीज है एक्सरसाइज के, and then paying attention to that, because एक बार तकलीफ हो गई तो फिर उसको पीछे ले जाना बहुत मुश्किल है. तो to build it up like that is very crucial. So at all ages, paying attention to nutrition from whichever stage you are. Of course the best is the first 1000 days, लेकिन बीच में कहीं से आपको इस पे ध्यान आया और आप डाइट एंड एक्सरसाइज के बारे में कुछ तो भी नहीं, अरे मेरा तो ये मतलब देखो इतना मैंने मेहनत किया, 1 किलो भी मेरा वेट कम नहीं हुआ. वेट लॉस नहीं होगा, लेकिन एक्सरसाइज से इंचेस लॉस तो जरूर होगी, फैट लॉस होगा, स्पेशल टाइप्स ऑफ weighing machine जिसपे आप fat percentage भी calculate कर सकते हैं. That is really, really important.
डॉक्टर हेमा बहुत अच्छे से आप बता रही हैं. एक बस हम मधु जी से रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे, क्योंकि वर्षा जी है नहीं आज, आप अपने इनर व्हील मेंबर्स के लिए ना कोई एटलीस्ट 2 टेस्ट जरूर करवाइए, एक हीमोग्लोबिन और एक विटामिन डी, क्योंकि बहुत सारे टेस्ट हैं जो हर लेडी के लिए अलग अलग समय पे जरूरत होते हैं. तो एटलीस्ट थोड़ा थोड़ा शुरू करेंगे ना आप लोग. अगर हम भी बात करेंगे किसी फार्मा से, हाँ, हम उसी में कैंप में करवा देंगे आपका. तो हम किसी कंपनी से भी बात कर लेंगे. तो आप लोगों का एक जगह बना लीजिए जहाँ पे एटलीस्ट हीमोग्लोबिन, विटामिन डी और ब्लड शुगर, 3 चीजें तो आपकी जरूर चेक हो जाए. तो वो कम से कम आपको पता चलेगा. हाँ
प्रीति दी, हीमोग्लोबिन हमारे प्रोजेक्ट्स में है, हम लोग वो कराते हैं इनर व्हील की तरफ से. हम लोग कैंप्स में कराते हैं हीमोग्लोबिन
अपने मेंबर्स वी कैन आस्क.
हाँ, तो वो अगर एक बार
क्लब्स को कह सकते हैं तो सब अपने अपने लेवल पे करा लेंगे,
अपने लेवल पे करा लें. और अगर किसी फार्मा से सपोर्ट होगा तो हम लोग भी बात कर लेंगे, जो आप लोग के क्लब्स को हेल्प कर देंगे करने में. तो ये एटलीस्ट करा लीजिए. देखिएगा आपकी काफी लेडीज विटामिन डी डेफिशिएंट निकलेंगे. और बहुत से, क्योंकि साइलेंट शुगर्स होते हैं, शुगर कोई आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा हाई होगा आपका. तो ये 3 चीजें.
One more question in the chat box. Let me take that before we continue. And that is vitamin B12 deficiency, especially vegetarians में कैसे ठीक किया जाए?
नहीं, because vitamin B12 vegetarians में खास करके, and vegetarians may be, they may not be vegetarians, they may be Jain vegetarians. इतने अभी filter होते vitamin B12 deficiency also in vegetarian category is huge in the country. Okay, because the main stuff where we get the vitamin B12 is from the non-vegetarian food stuff like the red meat, etc. So इसलिए जब ये folic acid देते हैं ना, we've also said from Foxy, हमारे organization से, say no to plain folic acid. Folic acid के साथ हमको vitamin B12 जुड़ा हुआ चाहिए, क्योंकि वैसे हम दे ही रहे हैं औरतों को फोलिक एसिड विटामिन की टैबलेट, उसमें से खास करके विटामिन B12. आप कौन से भी मल्टीविटामिन अपने आप से जो ले रहे हो ना, तो इंस्टेड ऑफ टेकिंग एनी मल्टीविटामिन, प्लीज चेक ऑन द लेबल. इसमें विटामिन B12 है तो फिर वही कॉम्बिनेशन आपको खरीदना है, क्योंकि द सप्लीमेंटेशन very little is required, but supplementation is really good because vitamin B12 से वो जो nerve endings के जो हानि होती है ना, that is to be seen to be believed. Yeah.
And one last point is what problem जो mothers लोग बोलती हैं कि बच्चे कहते हैं कि tasty food unhealthy होता है, and जो healthy food आप लोग बोलते हैं उसमें कोई taste नहीं होता है, kids don't like it. So what would be your advice to the mothers of school going children so far as their tiffin and breakfast is concerned?
Yeah, so many schools have now started checking the tiffin dabbas of the children. Straight away, anything from the bakery, like a pastry and French fries or chips. These are frank things which are not good for health. हर डब्बे में एक केक निकलेगा, एक वेफर्स का एक पैकेट निकलेगी, तो दैट्स अ क्लियर नो. काफी सारे recipes now seriously online also, it's called junk health because it looks like a junk food, okay, but it's very healthy food. मतलब even with ragi and bajra, what they're making, they're spicing it, making it look like a junk food. It looks like a burger, but actually it is made of the ingredients which are going to be appealing to the eye, but also tasty to the tongue. And same way dosa batter also. Now it comes like millets ka bahut abhi chalu hai. If you do a jawar or bajra roti or ragi dosa and the peseritu types, which I'm just mentioning a few of the South Indian food stuff, but then any of these, the base, if you change from rice and wheat to any of these, and the look, if you make it like a junk, but the actual ingredient, even this the chicky, it's a peanut and jaggery. Peanut is excellent protein and jaggery is excellent iron. One small piece of chicky any child will eat. So with that they're done with their proteins and the iron. So it's not that they can, I mean, it's an age to eat junk food. They have to eat all kinds of food. But the base nutrition should be always remain the foundation. of that, because suddenly they'll put on weight, and at the right age where they have to eat nutrient food stuff, they're worried about their body image, they're worried about their weight, they go on to crash diets and they lose their health. That's what we don't want it to happen in the generation next.
Thank you. That was really very informative. Over to you, Amrita.
Very nice and informative, Hema ma'am. And it's time to pay vote of thanks. My sincere thanks to Chairman Safe Motherhood Committee, Dr. Preeti Kumar ma'am, District Chairperson and District 312, Dr. Varsha Vinay Kumar ma'am, District Treasurer, District 312, Madhu Kumani ma'am, and my heartiest gratitude to Hema Divakar ma'am for sparing time from her busy schedule and elaborating talk today. Thank you so much, ma'am. My thanks to Nivedita Di, and moderator of the program. Thankful to Archana Agarwal ma'am, past association treasurer, Rama Mahana ma'am, Anu Singh ji. And lastly, I want to thank Walter Bushner, who has been a great support to us. And last but not the least, all the Innerville members, doctors, healthcare workers who joined the webinar and made it successful. हमारे वेबिनार में आकर आपने लगा दिए 4 चांद. दिल की गहराइयों से आप सबों का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. It was
Thank
really,
you.
I
Yes.
enjoyed it.
Yes, thoroughly enjoyed. Totally
Absolutely.
glued. Totally glued. to the
Absolutely.
screen.
Absolutely.
Thank
Absolutely.
you, darlings. Good
Thank you.
opportunity. Love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Dr. Thank you, Madhuji. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yogen.
I hope everybody benefited
Thank you,
as
ma'am.
much as we did.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Yogendra ji.
Thank
शुरुआत
you very
से
much,
आप सारा लिंक जनरेट करके सभी चीजें.
Right, right. Ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am. Walter Bushnell is always ready to provide.
निवेदिता कॉल करना है जरा सा.
हाँ.
Should I close, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes.